Good evening, Fernwood. My name's Neil, and thank you for joining me for day 31 of my trip through the entire series of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. We are heading into February 19th, 1976's episode. Let's get you a little bit caught up. Loretta is still in the hospital, but Charlie just heard from Dr. Abramson that Dr. Hastings ordered her surgery needlessly, and that's why she's not able to walk anymore. Roberta just got fired from her job because she's dating Raymond. That's appropriate in my mind, but that's kind of a drama for them. Kathy quit her job at the massage parlor. George went over to the massage parlor and got himself arrested. Tom had a meeting with a counselor. That was a bust. And of course, Mary is angry that he even asked her to be involved. And I have some feelings about that. The things that Mary keeps saying when she expresses her anger about being invited to counseling are things like, it's not my fault. And he's trying to make me take the blame, and the counselor is going to take his side. And this is from my exactly 0 years of experience with marriage or marriage counseling, but I believe that it isn't really a question of who's at fault. Clearly, Mary still has feelings for Tom, and those feelings need to be worked out. I think from the first episode of the series, my impression was that they really did need counseling, maybe really early within that first week. And it isn't really about blame. Yeah, you're going to have feelings of blame. Those need to be dealt with. But the blame is not what's getting assigned. The blame is something that you're feeling and that you got to figure out how to deal with. Maybe if you have more experience with counseling and all that stuff, you can share an opinion. That's what I got to say. I think Mary's maybe a little wrong headed. I think intentionally so because, they have to put some drama in the show. That is enough to get you caught up for the February 16th episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Let us begin.
Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman! Liver.
Heather, if you can't say anything nice about liver, don't say anything at all.
Things haven't been the same since Dad moved next door with Charlie Hager.
Honey, now, I know you're very upset about that, and we haven't really sat down and talked about it, but we will, and then you'll feel much better, because what you'll see is that these things that happen sometimes between parents are unavoidable.
Well, we never had liver when Dad was home.
That's because he hates liver. Heather, look, I know it's going to be very hard for you to adjust, honey, but try to look on the bright side, okay? Now that Daddy's gone, you and I will have more time to spend with each other.
What for?
Well, so we can have a better relationship, so I can get to know what you're thinking about, what my little girl wants out of life.
I want platform shoes.
Platform shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, Heather, no. You're such a little girl.
But I'll be a big girl with platform shoes.
Platform shoes are kind of cool.
Hi, hey, how's my big girl, huh?
Can I have some platform shoes?
Sure, why not, huh?
Because I said she couldn't.
Well, Heather, if your mother said you couldn't, then I guess you... What are you doing wearing a bra, huh?
Mommy gave it to me. Well, I don't see why I can't have platform shoes. Penny Carson got it when her parents got divorced.
Well, honey, your mother and I aren't getting a divorce. We're just,
Why are you here, Tom?
I came over to get some clean shorts and, see Heather, of course. How have you been, sweetheart, huh? Hey, I got a great idea. How about me taking you two guys out to dinner tonight, huh?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Your dinner's almost made.
liver that. I'm all alone.
Well, okay, if you feel that way about it, then I'll take you out. But I'd like you to come too, Mary, okay?
No, thank you.
Okay, go get your coat.
Yippee!
It's okay, isn't it? I mean, if I take her out to dinner. Okay.
She's not a happy child, Tom.
She's okay. There's nothing wrong with her.
She needs you.
And Mary, I need you. Did you get the test results from the doctor yet?
No.
I need to die. I'm taking the antibiotics, you know?
Well, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Come on, kiddo. Bye-bye, Mary. Enjoy your liver.
Go on,
Be
Mom.
sure to eat some vegetables, Heather.
Okay.
Liver. Maybe it's the sound of the word that makes people hate it. Liver. No. It's the liver itself. Ugh. It's just a very ugly food that brings up nothing but bad feelings between people.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Dennis.
I brought your groceries and your shoe, and the butter's cold.
Thank you. I'll take it. Just a minute.
No, that's okay. I'll put it down. I can stay for a while.
You want some dinner?
Where is your father? He has been gone for over an hour now. I mean, how long does it take to punch somebody in the nose?
In the back?
Oh, I forgot, man. His own little girl being attacked by a pervert in a massage parlor.
Mom, I told you that I didn't know it was that kind of a place.
Well, I knew what kind of a place it was, but nobody would listen to me. Just like you're not listening to me now.
That's because you keep harping on the same subject. I told you that I was
I know
sorry
that
about what
feeling.
happened, and I'm worried about Daddy too. But what do you expect me to do? What's for dinner?
I don't know. How can you even think about food when your father is in such terrible trouble? Kathy, make a salad. Who's that? Oh, Steve, come on in, Steve. Look,
Steve, what do you got there? A letter?
Oh, isn't that nice? Do you want Kathy to read it to you? Oh, I forgot. You can read. It's just that you can't hear or talk.
Oh, that's just great. Oh, that's so wonderful.
What is it, Kathy? What is it?
Oh, just the most exciting news. They want to publish Steve's poems in a book, and I'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Oh, but how can we?
I will try to be a good salesman, but I'll probably be terrible. I'm trained to be a psychiatric social worker. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Why, Roberta dear, what's the trouble?
Oh, Mrs. Shumway, it just seems that lately I've failed at everything I tried to do. I just don't deserve your father, and I'm not going to take any more of his time. Not until I can do something to deserve him, which will probably be never. Goodbye, Raymond.
What's for dinner?
Well, Grandpa, what's the matter with Roberta?
Who?
I never will understand this family. Never. And where is George? Where?
Made up my mind, Charlie. I'm gonna do it now.
What's that, honey? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna throw back these here covers, and I'm gonna get my feet over the side of the bed, and I'm gonna take me a little walk.
Well, honey, if maybe you should wait. Huh?
And just what in the world do we think we're doing, Mrs. Haggard?
We're gonna take us a walk, Miss Crimmins. With the help of the good Lord, we're gonna put our feet over the side of this bed and just take us a little stroll over yonder to our husband.
But you can't walk. You'll never walk again.
What are you talking about? Charlie, what kind of crazy talk is that?
Just the doctors. They think that there's been these complications. You know, in the operation and all. Like there was some bone chips they didn't get out or something, and how it's going to take a while for them to get you healed and back on your feet.
Is that why my legs have been prickly and numb and everything like that?
Honey, what I said to
Charlie,
them was,
you've known all along that I could never walk again, and you've been lying to me, Charlie Haggard.
No, I never believed no such thing. I never believed no such thing. No, sir. No matter what them fancy doctors say, I know you're going to be all right.
Oh, this is outrageous. If you don't stop her, I'm going to get the doctor.
Take your time. When you feel the spirit move you, you just walk right on over here to Daddy. Come on. It's all right. Don't you worry about it.
I know I'm gonna do it. I know it. And you know it, and the good Lord up above knows it. You know it, don't you, Lord? I know you do. Good old guy.
You think the chief is really going to close down those sex shops?
You know as much as I do.
Boy, I hope the raid is worth a good story. Haven't had a front page buffalo since the hostage story. But ever since then, nothing.
Oh boy. All right, line up and give your name to the sergeant.
Oh, you mind if I ask him some questions, Detective?
Go ahead.
Excuse me. Hey, don't I know you?
I have no comment.
I'm a legitimate businessman being harassed by the police. What they did to my place tonight was clearly an unconstitutional act which violates my civil liberties. And it's also bad for business.
Name?
Come again. George Shumway.
Mom, why aren't you eating?
I'm too nervous. But you go right ahead. It doesn't seem to bother you at all that your father's lying helpless and hurt somewhere.
Mom, would you stop worrying? I know Daddy can take care of himself. Hello?
Kathy, listen, I don't want you to worry. It's not your fault, but I won't be home for a while, so put your mother on the phone.
Where are you?
Put your mother on the phone.
Mom, it's for you. It's Dad.
George, I've been worried sick about you. Your dinner's getting cold. Where are you, George?
I'm in jail. I've been arrested for lewd conduct, but it's all a mistake. Now, if I... Martha? Martha?
Well, thanks very much for returning my groceries and my shoe.
I was going to come by and see you anyway.
Well, here I am. Now that you've seen me, I guess you'd be going.
Mary, you trying to get rid of me?
Oh, no, no. It's just that I thought I'd visit my friend Loretta Haggis at the hospital tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of you.
Why? Don't you like me anymore?
Like you? Oh, no, I like you. I like you very much. I mean, what's not to like, right? I mean, you're a very nice man, and I admit that I spent a really wonderful afternoon with you. But that's all.
No, that can't be all. It just can't be, because I've never felt what I feel with you.
Then you must be feeling it alone. Dennis, the way you're standing there, right? You're frightening me.
I don't mean to frighten you. I think what you call fright is really excitement.
No. No, because I know it. I feel fright. And, listen, don't come near me.
You are so excited you can't stand it.
Dennis, I have to make something perfectly clear to you. I want you to leave my house.
Mary,
I do.
you're separated.
I know, but that doesn't make any difference. Dennis, don't make me do something I don't want to do.
But you do want to.
Do you want me to call the police?
Mary, I am the police.
Then who should I call? Dennis, just stop it, okay? You just stay there, okay? Because there's something I just feel that it's very important for you to know.
I turn you on.
It will make you not want to have anything to do with me. I mean, it will be impossible for you to have anything to do with me. I just may have caught a little something, that's all. It's not something nice or cute. It's something you have to take shots for. It's one word. It's very hard to spell. me and Dad. No, now you know why I've been avoiding you. Oh, excuse me, there's my phone. Hello? Dr. Miller? The tests are negative? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Bye.
Good news?
Oh, it's very good news. Wrong number.
I love a sense of humor. Come here.
That got tense. And I now that I understand Mary's reasoning for pushing Dennis away, or not physically pushing him away, but asking him to stop. I mean, I don't feel differently about how Dennis reacted. She clearly said no, and he clearly still moved towards her. And that's a bother. But I guess knowing that her reasoning for no is to keep him safe from the disease, I think. And of course, she gets that news at the last second that says that she doesn't have disease. The way she described it was very hard to spell, and so syphilis and gonorrhea were the two diseases I thought of, and I think gonorrhea is a little bit harder to spell than syphilis. I think that a lot of things were not able to be said on television at this point, so I can only guess. Other people in the show seem to be picking up on it, so I mean, Dennis picked up on her meaning when she said it's very hard to spell. I'm uncomfortable with Dennis and have been for a little while in terms of how pushy he can be. I mean, yes, I acknowledge that he feels an attraction and she feels that attraction back toward him, but when she says no, I feel like I get really, really tense. In terms of other things going on in the family, Loretta figured out that she can't walk at the moment. She's angry with Charlie, but Charlie is able to be honest with her at finally about his faith in her and what the doctors had told him. George is in jail, and Martha just fainted because she found that out after worrying for about an hour. There's a lot going on, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow night in Fernwood.